Every time you say something, you create an impression and you send a message with the words that you use. If you're running a business, then really these impressions you create are absolutely critical. Okay, this is my director of operations here. My apologies, I'm babysitting. This is my granddaughter.
Hello, Listen.
Okay, Michael, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Very professional outfit we got here, right? So take me as you find me tonight. Hello, Lynette. Thank you for joining. So really, the way that we communicate is pretty darn special. And I must admit, I was just talking to one of my coaching clients this morning, and she can talk with anybody. That's easy, and she can do that. And she's got management experience, etc. But when she goes online, it's a different challenge for her. She finds it very difficult. She finds it very difficult to communicate in the same level of confidence that she had when she was offline. I don't know whether that applies to you. Sanjay, thanks for joining. Ian, wow, good to see you. Thank you very much. Mary, thank you very much. And Mukesh, thank you. And apologies for the things in the background here. I'm babysitting, all right? So hang in there with me. So what you need to understand is this. I'll get back on point, Peter, okay? I want you to think about this. When you communicate with people, think about how you are perceived. Do you come across as someone that's trustworthy? Do you come across as someone who's a judgmental type person? Are you quick to make decisions? Do you do what you say you're going to do? Are you inflexible? Or are you prepared to be open and listen to other points of view? You see, it's not so much what you say, it's how you say it that's going to reflect all these things to your potential customers, to your prospects, and even to your friends. So I want to share a few thoughts with you that may help you in your communications, because a lot of us really stuff things up. Okay, we really do, and we shouldn't do it. My name is Peter Beckett. I'm the village marketer, and as always, talking to you from my little Thai village way up near the Cambodian border. She is gorgeous. Thank you, Anne. She is a gorgeous girl. Naughty, but gorgeous. Okay, here are a few words that I think you should get rid of in your vocabulary, and these will instantly improve your communication. Listen, thank you for joining, okay? 1, but. And by the way, I'm guilty of making all these mistakes. I'm not sitting from a place of perfection. That's not, okay? I'm just sharing with you what I've learned the hard way, and I've still got to stop myself from saying these words. The word but, okay? It's a bit like you're talking out of both sides of your mouth, right? I like you, but. Okay? What's the point of it? So rather than say but, I like you and, okay? Whatever it is, okay? So get rid of the word but. It sends a wrong connotation, especially to prospects, okay? And by the way, it also means, if you're saying but, everything else you said before is being negated, right? In other words, forget what I just told you, because a but, there's something else coming, right? So you're sending some confusing messages, and it's darn hard enough online as it is. And you know as well as I do, and I don't want to digress because I don't want to go on too long, but you know as well as I do that we are dealing with a very skeptical group of people online. They have been burnt by experts, and in order for them to listen to you, let alone abide by what you want to talk to them about, you've got to communicate with them in a way that shows that you are real, trustworthy, and someone that's worth listening to in the first place. So get rid of the word but. Secondly, get rid of the word try. Don't say, I will try this. Okay? Don't do that. Please don't do that. It's a sign of It's a sign of weak leadership. I'm doing well here. Sign of weak leadership. People are looking for your leadership, right? And they don't want someone to say, I think I'll try and do that for you. Damn well, do it. Even if you make a mistake, do it. Don't fiddle around with things. Don't be half-baked about it. Say, yes, you will do it, okay? So forget the word try. There's a huge difference, right, between I'm going to try and do something and I'm going to do it, right? You're sending a completely different message, right, in terms of leadership and belief, etc., and confidence. Another one, should. Simple word, right? Should. But that really comes across as judgmental, as sort of a little bit negative. You should be doing this, okay? You should do this. Avoid that. Very simple word. We all use it, but be careful when you're using it, okay? Tan, thank you for joining. Good to see you, okay? Next one, have to. Never use this one, okay? You have to do this, right? Especially when you're talking with adults. Little my granddaughter you just saw a minute ago, right? Don't use that word, because people will resist and rebel against you if you say you have to do this. It makes sense when you think about it, right? And you're probably listening to me saying, well, of course you wouldn't do that. But we do. We all do it. And I'm just here to remind you of things that you may not know have crept back into your conversation, into your communication, and you're wondering why you are not converting the people you expected to be converting. It's because these little things sneak back into your conversation. And they do it sometimes without you even double realizing it, okay? Next one, always and never. Never use these. I just did it right. Always and never. Hallelujah, Peter, right? These things are extremes, right? Do not use them unless you really have to, okay? So maybe use the word sometimes or occasionally or usually or something, right? But try and avoid the extreme version, always and never, because you can't guarantee anything. And that's the one thing you've got to be careful of. Don't start making claims if you're in an online business that you can't substantiate. And people will read through what you're sharing with them and maybe misinterpret what you're saying if you're saying always, etc., etc. Okay. Next one, obviously. I am guilty as charged of this one. I do this so often, and I'm not an arrogant person. Really, I'm not. But it is a way to give an impression of arrogance. Obviously, you need to do X, Y, and Z. It's condescending. It's really, can you see what I mean? It's a condescending approach, and it's also shades of arrogance, all right? Here's a few more, and I know you probably will not agree with some of these, but I know also there are some major organizations making squillions of dollars online who use all these terms every single day, as I'm going to share with you, right? And so it works for them good, but for many people it doesn't work. These are terms like actually, guilty as charged. I use it. Actually, be careful with that one. Dude, guys, especially when you're talking to a mixed audience. Some ladies don't approve of that. Honestly, careful with that one. That's implying that everything else you've said has been an absolute lie and crap, right? Hey, Nicole, thanks for joining. Good to see you. K, just the word K. If you get K in a message or even in a conversation, that means that person really is sending pretty negative vibes to you. They're frustrated with you. They're not even saying the word okay, they're saying K. Okay, don't you use it. And if you see it, you know you're having a problem with communication. Ping, I'll ping you, or ping me about it. That annoys many people because there's an impression that you want something to be done instantly and immediately. Be careful with that one, all right? And then, nearly there, hang in there with me. Avoid jargon and avoid buzzwords, okay? I'm not going to give you all the examples. You know what I'm talking about. But avoid jargon and buzzwords. If you use fancy lingo of any sort, then I'm an Australian, okay? And this is what I tell you. Then you're full of it. That's what it amounts to. You are truly full of it, right? Be careful. Do not use buzzwords and jargon. You really are building yourself up to be someone that you're not. Be real. Be yourself. Be authentic. Be imperfect. But don't pretend to be what you're not, okay? Another thing, use case studies. Use results and testimonials. Very important. If you haven't got results and you haven't got case studies or testimonials, then it's a little bit difficult for people to believe in what you can do. You need to be able to show them what you can do and how you've done it, okay? That's a way to overcome their skepticism as well as communicate with them, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for people who can give them the results they're seeking to overcome the problems that they've got. Okay? So that's really what it is. And finally, directly answer every question you get. Directly answer. However, be careful. Okay? I mean, you've got to tell it like it is. But if you are not sure where they're coming from, you would simply say, I'll pick someone that's on here. Nicole, interesting question. Tell me, why did you ask that? Before you click straight back in and give an answer to it, because you may come about it the wrong way, okay? So by all means, give a direct answer, but confirm with them why they are asking that question so you can give the answer that they want, not the answer you think they need. All right? That's my point to you. So there you go. There's my thoughts about becoming a better communicator. Ian, thin dividing line between arrogance. There is a thin dividing line between arrogance and self-confidence. It's true. It is true. But by the same token, well, that's a challenging point, Ian. If you don't have self-confidence, you can't lead anybody. Okay? But at the same time, if you have arrogance, then people won't like it. So it's an interesting, my goodness, you've made me think. It's a very interesting challenge. But true, I would much rather err on the side of being assessed as being a little bit arrogant and still giving the leadership advice to people, rather than coming across as someone without any confidence whatsoever and having no one believe or follow me. That's my gut feel anyway, Ian. So I'm not sure what other people think about that. Okay, call to action. If you're interested, free video, it's called How to Start a Conversation with Anybody. If you're interested in that, send me a personal message, not a comment. Send me a personal message if you're watching it on Facebook or the replay. If you're watching on YouTube, leave me a comment. How to start a conversation with anyone. It's about a 5-minute video. It's nothing complicated. You know, it's coming from me, so it's pretty simple, right? So there you go. As always, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've got some value from this particular thing, because communication is a key issue. And my last point to you would be this. If you can communicate face-to-face with people, then there's no reason why you can't communicate online. There isn't. There is no difference. It's really in your head. That's all it is, okay? And if you need help with that, if you need help to try and build some confidence in the way you talk to people, then reach out to me. Send me a personal message and set up a time and we'll have a quick chat about it, okay? I'm happy to do that because I'm pretty good in communicating and I'm pretty good in having a conversation, okay? All the best for now. Thank you very much. I appreciate you sharing your time with me. Take care. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now.